Hello, dear students. In today's session, we will continue activities based on the non textual or unseen passage. In our previous lecture, we discussed about how to complete the activities given on unseen or non textual passage. So, as I have already told you, the activities as you are completing based on the text passage in the same fashion the same type of activities are asked based on the non-textual in order to check your comprehension of that particular text and language. Similarly, there is another activity which is given or which is based on the same non-textual or unseen passage, that is summary writing. So in today's session we will discuss about what is summary and how to write the summary by considering some of the important points. So let's begin. First of all, try to understand what is meant by the summary. What is summary writing? What is summary writing? First of all, try to understand. A summary gives the main points of the passage in brief. It does not give the details or the examples, and is generally written in one paragraph. So look at now. What kind of a thing is there? What is all about the summary writing? Here summary means highlighting main points, important points in brief. It does not give any kind of details or examples, second important point, and generally it is written in the one paragraph. So these three things are very important here, right? Sometime point may be given in the guidance or for writing the summary. Yes. So look at now. Sometime when you are going to attempt this question, at that time some points are may be given for writing the summary. So you have to use those points. Now you are expected to summarize the passage and uh, given for the comprehension into about one third of its total length. This is called the summary writing. So look at now, what is there, how much paragraph is being given there. We have to convert it into one third containing important theme, important idea, or the central idea of that particular passage. You have to write, right? So that is known as actually the summary writing. So I hope you understood what is summary and how to write summary, or what is actually the summary writing with the help of this description. Okay, now actually we have to learn how to attempt the summary writing. Okay, we will see what kind of steps should be followed while attempting summary writing this question. So look at now, here are some steps are given there. So we will see which steps we have to follow one by one. So let's begin now. The first is there, read the passage and understand it carefully. You are expected to give the main idea of the passage. So this is the first is there, you have to read the passage, try to understand it carefully, and when you are going to write the summary, at that time you are expected to give the main idea of the passage. Okay, second important is there, underline those sentences you think are important. Definitely, when you are reading that passage, you have to underline the important sentences occurred in the passage. Third is there, pick out various key ideas presented in the passage which are important for the summary. Yes. So pick out means we have to note down there which are the important ideas are there. What are the important ideas? What are the central ideas of this particular passage? You have to note down. You have to pick out. The fourth one is there, attempt a rough summary in your own word, trying to reduce the length of the passage. Definitely, if any passage is given on a certain kind of a topic is there, you have to read it. After reading it, you have to summarize in rough words, in your own words, so that you will be able to reduce the length of the passage. Fifth one is there, leave out all the statistics, dates, names, quotation, comparisons, examples, opinion, decorative expressions, unless they are important for the understanding of the text. So look at now, which thing should not be mentioned while writing summary? They are given in point 5. Here you can see now in the point. So what we have to leave there? We have to leave all the statistical data if it is given there. Dates, if not important, no need of mentioning them, right? States, statistics, dates, names and quotation, details and comparison, and examples and opinion, and decorative expression, they, if they are not important, there is no need of mentioning them while writing the summary. Okay, next that we have to see here, the use conjunction, coordinator, connectives, relative clauses, participles, constructions to link the idea. So look at now, you already know the conjunctions, right? Coordinators, connectives, relative clauses, participles, participle constructions to link ideas. So look at now, these are some of the things that you have to use while attempting the question based on the summary writing. Conjunctions you already know, coordinators already you have studied in the grammar, connectives, relative clauses, and participle construction to link the ideas which are given in the passage. Yes. The seventh one is that stick to the ideas in the passage. Do not change the meaning of the original. This is most important. What kind of idea is presented by the original writer? The same kind of idea we have to present in the summary writing. Our ideas, our description, our summary writing should not mislead, or it should not divert from the central idea of that particular passage. So therefore, it is very important. Eighth point that we have to discuss is there, the change the direct speech into indirect speech where necessary, and only if the speech express an important point necessary to the for the summary. So first point is that direct conversation should be converted into indirect narration, and second is that if the speech expresses an important point necessary for the summary, if the speech expresses an important point necessary for the summary, at that time what we have to do is that we have to express, we have to write down there. Understand? And the ninth one is that avoid using exact word or phrase from the passage. What kind of words or phrases they are used in the original passage? If you are avoiding, if you are looking for the alternative, if you are looking for other words, then definitely your summary will become short, and you will be able to convey that idea in a short manner. Okay, so that if you are using your own words, alternative words, your summary automatically become effective, and in the short paragraph you can also write the central idea of the given paragraph. So the summary should be in your own words, avoid giving your opinion while writing summary. One precaution should be taken there, that you must not use your own language, right, or your own opinion. Most important, you can use your language but not your opinion. And second important thing is there, you should write your summary in your own word. This is most important thing is there, right? So these are the some of the point that we have to follow while attempting the question based on the unseen passage, that is summary writing it. Now generally most of the time the students ask me about the what type of a tense should be used while writing letter, while writing, right? But look at now, when you are writing the summary, what the use of the tense is also very important. So we will see now what should be written, what which tense should be used there, we have to see here. So look at now, here we will see. Look at now, the first is there, the summary is usually written in the present tense. most important thing. Now this word is very important, present tense. So usually this word is also important now. Generally for writing summary, present tense is used. Understand? Now, however, past tense may be reported in the past, or future events may be reported in the future. So look at now, but it totally depend on the events. If some past events we are mentioning, definitely past tense we have to use. If we are referring some of the events that are going to take place in the future, we have to use the right past tense also. Understand? And the fourth one is there, the statement and question may be, the statement and question may be made, the statement and questions which are made in the past but concern the future may reported in the conditional. Conditional means if or unless we have to use. And the next is there, write the fair summary. It should be about one third of the length passage, right? Give the summary a suitable title. So these are the some of the important points that we have to follow while writing summary. I hope you understood this and you will follow these points. Thank you.